ni match mu byukuri yari match ifite ikivuze ku mande zombi. Ni equipe yaturushaga inota rimwe twifuza kugira ngo tuyiceho, ni equipe ya Gasogi itifuza kugira ngo Kigali yiceho. So wumve ko ari match yari imibare myinshi, ni match Gasogi yagiye ifite ubushake. Malheureusement que twatangiye tudafite mediane yacu ntabwo yari imeze neza, nka surtout kuri ku bakinnyi babiri bari bajemo bavuye mu burwayi. Ari Janvier yavuye muri malaria, ari Aime yaramaze nka 2 weeks adakora kubera bamukubise, yari afite ikibazo cy'ugutwi. Rero kubatangiza niyo shona nari ifite kubera ko uwitwa Shimiye nawe abazaga mu kibuga nawe yarafite ari mu mvune, nago na yindi shona nari ifite. So abo bantu babiri rero bari bamaze igihe batari muri groupe n'abandi, nibaza ko nago bagiye mu mukino neza. Urabona ko ritme yabo yari itaragaruka neza, ariko kandi nibaza ko unashoboye gukora remplacement. Hari ikintu cyahindutse ryo nka deuxième mi-temps. Hari na Arsene nawe urwaye umutsi, urabona ko mita ya mbere yamugoye cyane kubera ubwo burwayi. Yarafite elongation muri 20 minutes mu gihe nagomba no kumuvanamo, ariko nabona ko nyakuca remplacement yanjye. So izo mpamvu ziri mu bintu byatumye batudomina muri première partie, ariko aho nkore changement ngazana Oze na Gedeon, nkazana na Mediane ya Rashidi. Urabona ko ikibuga gisa nkaho cyahindutse kijya mu ruhande rwa twataka Gasogi. Rero ni malchance nyine, bo babonye iki cya mbere cyiza ntibakikoresha neza, tubona deuxième mi-temps nziza nitwayibyaza umusaruro. Umupira nuko bimeze, nta kindi warenzaho.
Nyuma remplacement
Fuad ni umwana muto twavanye muri junior, ni umwana ubona afite future, ni umwana ubona yagaragaza no muri entraînement ko hari icyo yakwerekana. Niyo match ya mbere abanje, match yashoboye gukinamo ni 15 namuhaye match ya Bugesera asimbuye. So niyo match ya mbere agomba gukina. Rero nifuza ko nawe yawe umukinnyi mwiza, imyaka iri imbere, ni umukinnyi ugaragaza ko ari cyo yazatanga. Rero navuga ko yari shuwa mu byukuri nziza kuri Fuad kugira ngo agire ibyo atwereka, byibuze mita imwe yari ihagije kugira ngo ubone icyo afite, ukomeze ugende umuzamura boro buraza muri confiance yiwe. Rero nta kindi, navuga ko n'umukinnyi mwiza ugaragaza ejo hazaza. Navuga ko ni equipe yatwaye muri surtout niveau muri mediane, ni bashoboraga guhanahana imipira kandi twebwe imbaraga zazo zari nkeya. So icyo nabasabye nuko batagomba komeza kwirukanga inyuma y'umupira, ahubwo bagakora block bitonze, then bakarekipera babona kurekipera bakabona ko kuba bakina kurusha ko wakwiruka inyuma y'umupira utari buze gufata mu buryo buri facile, kubera ko physique mutameze neza bikaza gutuma utatanya imbaraga kandi bitari ngombwa. Rero nabasaba kugira ngo babanze batuze, bakore shape, nibamara kurekipera ballon bashobore gukina nabo mu buryo bworoshye. Nibaza ko byashoboye kuborohera, nibongeye kwinaga mu bakinnyi bashoboye guhagarara neza, kandi buri ballon bagiye babona ko bayibyaje umusaruro. Gaya yageze hano agira imvune, yayimaranye igihe mu byukuri. Yaje hano agera muri test, abenshi nibabimenye, yagiye muri test muri Tunisie, amara igihe agarutse afite imvune. Nibaza ko ni imvune yamaze afata amezi nka 3. So iyo mvune rero ntabwo ari ikintu bavuga ngo ntabwo irarangira neza. Niyo umurebye uburyo yiruka ubona ko turagerageza kureba ukuntu twayitreta kandi nanone akina, ariko mu byukuri ntabwo biraba nkuko tubyifuza. Ni umukinnyi mwiza, ariko aramutse ashoboye gukira neza ashobora kugira icyo atanga nawe.
Yeah, of course it was a good game because you could say it was a relegation battle. Everybody is not safe at this moment, and I will say we had a very good first half, and they had a very good second half. So to me, today's attitude was okay. We created chances. It was only luck which wasn't on our side, because each half we got a clear chance, not even one. But that is part of the game. Because like I said, it was like a relegation battle. Everybody is not safe. So it was a nice game, and draw 0-0. I don't complain, because even them second half they gained confidence and they were more composed. I must say to go with the point, it is fair.
Coach, you really had a very first 5 minutes which were good, but in the second half I can say it was balanced, but many minutes was on the side of IS Kigali. What happened? What changed to your boys in the second half? You had a good first half and a second half was average.
At times players, when they use a lot of energy in first half, it is not always easy for them to play the same because they used a lot of energy in the first half and we didn't get a goal. So I can attribute it to that hard fight, a lot of energy in the first half. So second half, we were not pushing like we did in the first half. But I think it goes back to when you get chances and you don't put one in the net. It can always backfire, and we were lucky to go with the point because SC Kigali came in the second half when they were determined, and more so they brought in people who could hold the ball, which wasn't the case in the first half. So as a game, you always plan, and the opponent is always also doing what? Plan. So now they saw us, and I think it worked for them because when they came second half, and maybe more so the last 20 minutes, we are playing their game, playing long balls, which is not our game. So they came back into the game because we brought them back in the game, and we are lucky to pick a point.
Coach, what changed the game of IS Kigali was the substitutions they made in the second half. And on the other side, on your side, we see many academy graduates on the bench. And we all know that they are not experienced players. Even if they are good players, but they are not experienced players. Someone can ask himself, is there a player crisis in the sort of Gasogi?
Yeah, of course, I've been always talking about it. That in second half, we lost in mid-season. We lost quite a number of senior players, and there was no chance of recruiting because the window had closed. So I have no option apart from trusting these younger ones, because even the seniors can't play the 90 minutes, the entire 90 minutes. Yeah, the backup I have is the senior players. Once I get a few injuries in training, then I must insist on the younger ones, and this is how they can catch up if you want to build a strong team. So I am not complaining about the younger ones because I know they need time. We don't want to put them under pressure, and I know being their first season in the top flight, they will catch up because they are good players. Eventually they will succumb to pressure because now they have a lot of pressure because it is their first time in the top flight. But I trust them, and that is the reason why now we have started picking some points compared to previous games where we lost two games concert.
The last question. We see the Gasogi is playing well today, but you used to create some chances out of the box. As you see, like Gandhi, you're playing like number 9.
Yes.
You didn't get any chances or many chances. What are you going to do to create many chances in the box?
Yeah, of course, if I'm not mistaken, our team, when it comes to penetrative pass, we rely on one person, and that is Amis. And Amis has been having problems. He has just come back. So when he gives you 45, you don't expect him to go high. You just give him that freedom of recovering. But I know in the next game we would have recovered in terms of fitness. But we shall improve on that because it doesn't come in one day. The good thing, we create chances. The chances are there. If you watch the game first half, we would have killed off the game first half. But like I said, that is a game of football. You are planning, the opponent is planning. But I trust the younger ones, with my senior players guiding them, we shall get out of this situation, because I might be honest, we are not yet safe. we are still struggling in the relegation battle.